Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So before we even get into this second fashion boxing, a couple things. You might be wondering, like, why in the world is this girl wearing this heavy sweater in September? That is because I live in South Dakota and literally 2 days ago, we got dumped on with snow. I think here in the mountains where I live, we got 7 to 10 inches. It was a total fluky thing because 2 days before it was 90 degrees. And 4 days from now, it's supposed to be in the 80s. So it is just like absolutely bizarre what's going on. But in any event, let's get into this unboxing because I definitely have a couple things that I want to talk to you about in terms of what I received this time around from Fashom. Okay, you guys, so I had Morgan again as my stylist, and once more, she definitely heeded my request for no poly. In fact, I think every single one of these pieces is comprised of either natural fibers or a blend of natural and semi-natural, so I so appreciated that. Now, this first pair of pants, when I pulled them out of the box, I was like, they felt really rough against the skin, which is weird because it's 100% cotton, so you guys know I'm all about that. But for some reason, these just, oh my gosh, they almost feel like burlap sackish. It's strange. However, like design-wise, I think they're cute. Like I can appreciate the concept. I love the little tie detail at the waist. I think it's super sweet. These are a pull-on style. And I love it when brands do not include the elasticized waistband in the front, but they do in the back. It just gives it like a cleaner, more cohesive look all around. Now this is a straighter leg bordering on wider-ish, which I like because it just drapes beautifully over like a booty, which obviously now I'm starting to think about. But honestly guys, like the big issue I had with these was just that they were too small. They were way too small. I would definitely need to size up. And I just felt like, I don't know, I just felt like they looked a little cheap and they just felt a little cheap. And I'm not exactly sure why, to be honest with you, because fundamentally there's a lot here that I should like, but the final execution of it, I was like, I don't know, I think I'm gonna pass. Okay, so next up is a 100% cotton jacket, which is so hard to find these days because most of the time, designers add a touch of spandex just to give a denim jacket like this a little bit of stretch. There was no spandex in this whatsoever. Loved the attention to detail on this. Now, size-wise, it was too big on me, which I should have told my stylist that when it comes to outerwear, I really need to size down to an extra small to get the fit that I want. But other than that, I thought it was cute and had a lot of potential. Love the neutral color. I mean, it's such a great piece to have that's timeless in your wardrobe that literally is not gonna clash with anything and it's never gonna go out of style. You know, it just has the two functional pockets in the front to give it a little bit of oomph. And then it has this really nice pleating detailing right along the lower hem. So that's just gonna give you more of like a fitted look. And in the back, that does kind of continue in the back here. You can see the pleating, which again, it's just a nice design element to make it less boxy and more of a fitted look. It's not soft, but it definitely doesn't have like the rough feel that the pants did. This just feels like the type of fabrication that you come to expect from something that's 100% cotton. You know, the more you wash it and wear it, the more it's going to relax and just soften up. So out of the 7 items I got to preview, like it got to a point where what I was picking, I was like, okay, I like these couple items, but these next few, I just have to pick something. And that included this little top here. I just personally am not a fan of like abstract type patterns. If I'm wearing patterns, it's gonna be a classic like a floral or a leopard print in small doses. or stripes. So this just wasn't for me, but it is 100% rayon. So again, it's going to give you that beautiful drape. It is a breathable fiber as well. And much like the other pieces of clothing, there were design elements on this top which I appreciated, namely the shearing on the shoulders. Just thought that was super sweet. And then in the back, I thought too it was interesting because one of the big things we're seeing this season, especially with shoes, is a squared off toe. And this has a somewhat squared off back, which you don't see a lot in tops. So again, sweet detailing with the button back closure gives it a little bit of a peep, not so much that you're showing a lot of skin. And then again, it just kind of drapes out in blouses actually really, really well. If this were plain white or had a different pattern, I'd probably be all about it. But again, I just think patterns are subjective and it's just a matter of taste, and this just wasn't mine. Next item is this floral knit dress, and while I did say that I love floral patterns, I'm very picky about what I like those patterns to be on. Specifically, I don't like patterns on knits. I know I sound like hyper OCD about clothing, but guys, I just always feel that patterns on knits just tend to look cheap, you know, whereas if you put a pattern on a beautiful fabric like a linen or a cotton, it just tends to look a lot more elevated. So I knew this really wasn't going to be for me, but it was fun to try because I certainly appreciated the midi length on this very basic swingy little dress that has pockets, which makes it so sweet. So again, for the right person, this would be a great piece to layer, especially as we push into the fall season. Even if you wanted to put on a neutral denim jacket like this, you know, it does have the tank-like straps. It's very flowy. It's a straight fit. There's no waistline that you have to worry about. So even if you're maternity, this is a great option for you. It's also very, very soft. And this is primarily a rayon blend with a touch of spandex to give it some stretch. And that rayon was done really, really well. Like, this does feel like a breezy jersey knit dress. There's nothing wrong with this dress. It's just a matter of taste. And while it was fun to try on, it's not something that I would add to my collection. Okay, you guys, so if there was one item in my preview from my stylist that I knew, like, okay, that's probably gonna be the item that I fall in love with, it was this darling midi skirt here. Oh my gosh, this is so sweet. The detailing on this is so dear. Love the little tie at the waist. Love the little ruffle. Where is it? Oh, it's in the back. That is so funny. So when I tried this on and I put it back in the hanger, I tied this tie in the back of the skirt. Okay, trying that again. So it does have the tie in the front. I guess you could put it in the back if you wanted to. And then it has this sweet little ruffle detailing down the length of the skirt, which has the slightest little high-low situation going on. Guys, look at the swing of this. This is so darling. I live in skirts like this with just a cute little white tank top. That's all I need. It's simple, it's effortless. You're boom out the door. My beef with this skirt. Oh my gosh, I seriously, my little heart was breaking. You guys know exactly what I'm going for. That lining, what is it? It's polyester. Oh, why do they do that? I think that I could probably just remove this lining because it is a half slip. It doesn't seem to be doing anything that would like impede the wearability of this skirt. And again, this is a rayon fabrication, but guys, it's done so well. Not only does it have that ruffle going down the front and the little high-low situation, but right here at the end of the skirt, they just kind of, you know, they added this little seam here to give it almost a slight ruffle situation right at the hemline. This is just so dear. I love skirts like this. They are absolutely timeless, especially with that midi length. And honestly, like the polka dot pattern, I can take polka dots in small doses in my wardrobe, and I just think this is such a sweet deal that it's gonna be hard to resist. The only thing I will probably end up doing, like I said, is ripping out that polyester lining because I just like literally can't stand it. Okay guys, so that is it for my second Fashom unboxing. And to be honest with you, like I already went into my profile and adjusted my price points just because I feel like overall, while there were a couple pieces in here that I liked, I was just beginning to get a little bit worried about the overall quality of the items. And so because admittedly, my price points aren't exactly like sky high, I decided to go in and up the ante. So I'm basically gonna tell my stylist, Morgan, for the next one, like money is no object, just to kind of see what I get, because I'm so curious with these clothing boxes. Like once you start dipping into higher tiers in terms of price points, is that what kind of like provokes a better, you know, quality when it comes to the items that you're receiving? So I'll be really curious to see what the next one looks like. But in any event, thank you guys so much for spending your time with me today. I hope you're having a good one. I hope it is not snowing where you live, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.